It is only 2 months into 2026 and I've already done an amazing vacation trip that's probably going to be one of the biggest highlights of the entire year. I made my way to Palm Springs, California, first time ever being in California, mind you, to do a little bit of skateboarding and also check out Joshua Tree National Park while we're there. And this video is going to be a recap, talking about the trip, showing some awesome footage, mainly skateboarding, and it's going to be a good time. So sit back, relax, grab your snack, enjoy the chit chat. So real quick, let me give a shout out to the brand Tolacia because they provided me this backpack you're seeing right here for the trip. This is the thing I used to get to the airport, packed it with all the essential skateboard gear that I need, and got my skateboard strapped on the back. Everything went through TSA perfectly fine. It went through the gates perfectly fine. I got it stowed above this plane. Can't ask for a better bag. Link in the description if you're looking to do some skateboard traveling and want a nice backpack to go with you. That out of the way, we get on the plane, we're headed to Palm Springs, and when we land, dude, I'm telling y'all, this is the most insane airport I have ever been to in my entire life. Literally, you walk out the plane, go down this escalator, and as you're going down the escalator, you're like looking around and oh my God, wait, I'm outside. Like this building is not fully indoors. It's crazy. You go down the escalator and then boom, you're just outside. You're in the terminal gate area, but there's no roof. Everything, you can see all the palm trees, everything in the distance. It's nothing like I've ever seen. We'll talk more about this at the end of the video because I have a lot better footage because when we did arrive, it was late at night, so everything's really dark. Basically picked up the rental car, got a couple groceries, headed on over to our resort hotel area. I didn't get any photos at nighttime, but here's a quick clip of what it looked like during the daytime. Not too much on the first day, honestly. We got in pretty late, so it was basically just sleep and get ready for the next day. But the next day was crazy. This is when the trip really started, and we started things off with a bang. Not actually skateboarding first, but a little detour, a little road trip to Joshua Tree National Park. Not that far away from Palm Springs, and I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself, so roll the clips. We're at Joshua Tree National Park. We got the Kia Soul rental car, and we're checking out the Maze Loop Trail. Haven't done any skateboarding yet, but we wanted to do a little stop at a national park since we were in the area. We're here with Lindsay. And we're doing the Maze Loop Trail, but I don't think we're gonna do the whole thing because it's kind of long. So, yeah. So for any of you who have never been to California, or more specifically the Mojave Desert, you've probably never seen a Joshua tree. Well, this is what one looks like. Right behind me here. There's a couple in the distance. They're pretty tiny guys and they're pretty cool because this is one of the only places in the entire world that they actually grow. I've seen a couple before in southern Utah, but for the most part, they're down here in the Mojave, especially obviously in Joshua Tree National Park. And what makes them really cool is they actually have a symbiotic relationship with this species of moth. And that's how they survive and thrive here. The moths actually pollinate the trees, specifically Joshua trees, and then the moths survive by feeding on the flowers and whatnot from the trees, at least I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty cool, and there's a special relationship with that. You know, the trees have to bloom at a certain time, the moths have to come out at a certain time, and that's really why they thrive in this particular area, because those moths do not exist elsewhere in the world or the United States. So it's pretty cool. Most of the Joshua trees around here are pretty small, like these guys here, the ones in the distance, but this one behind is absolutely massive. This thing must have been around for a very long time. As you can see, with me standing next to it, it's definitely pretty tall. I'm gonna count that. Can't believe how much it actually looks like a skull. It's so cool. So a few other things to mention. The interesting thing about Joshua Tree National Park is that the visitor center, most of the times you get to the national park, it's in, like, you go through the national park, the visitor center is somewhere in there, get your goodies or whatever, go on your hike. This one is different because there's an actual small little town called Joshua Tree, California, that is not in the park itself. This town has around 5,000–6,000 people, but the visitor center is in the town. You can go there before or after. We went there before. It's a cool little spot. I got a cool sticker for my laptop, but when we did finish, we headed actually into the town of Joshua Tree, California, because there was a tiny little skate park there that I thought would be the perfect opportunity to check out some skateboarding before we even got back to Palm Springs. Roll the clips. The only weird thing about this area, right, it was a pretty nice area, nice sunny weather out, picnic tables around, but there were two tweakers in the area. One of them was fine. Bro was just, off in his mind, coloring in a book, laughing to himself. I don't really care what you do, man, as long as you're minding your business. The other guy was acting a little weird, just like fidgeting around at the table, we got kind of sus vibes as we walked past, kind of kept our distance, We got over to our car, locked the doors, turned it on, and then I look over, and this dude is like, he's sitting on the table. Bro stands straight up, just staring at us like this, like super rigid. I was like, bro, what is going on right now? I don't really know. So I put the car in reverse. As soon as the car starts moving, bro just starts booking it towards us, like he is just beelining it. Bro takes his hand, puts it down his pants as he's walking towards us. And we're just like, holy shit, does this guy have a gun or something? Like, I didn't want to waste any time to find out. So we we kind of sped out of there quick, but it was just weird, man. That was the only thing. I don't know if that's common there, but I will say if you visit the small skate park there, just kind of look around at the surroundings. Make sure there's no really weird individuals around. Because the skate park itself, I was the only one there, and it was pretty nice. I'm going to be honest, once we got back from all that stuff in the day, it was already mid-afternoon. I didn't really want to do more skateboarding because I was pretty tired already from everything we'd done. So we kind of just went back to the resort. I was reading a book on my Kindle by the pool. My girlfriend was out there enjoying the area as well. So we didn't do a whole lot outside of there. We just kind of enjoyed the amenities that we were paying for. On to the next day. And we started that day up right with a bang because early on in the morning, I got up and we drove our way to another skate park in the area. I don't know if it's technically in the boundaries of Palm Springs, but basically, if you look at the map, it is called Ocotillo Skate Park. It's in a cool little neighborhood, and I won't do much explaining because I'm just gonna let the clips speak for themselves. All right, you guys, we've just made our first stop of the day for the skate park at Ocotillo Skate Park in Palm Springs, California, and check this out. So this is the one skate park in Palm Springs that I'm most excited to be visiting because it seems like the park that has the most amount of things that I can actually use to the fullest extent for the most part. So let me give you a quick little tour and then we'll get to warming up. Okay, a little warmed up now, begins the fun. So the first thing that I like to do when I get to a new skate park is see if there's something I can do on every single obstacle, whether that's just an ollie or something a little more advanced. So that's what we're gonna get to trying now, and then I'll probably be fully warmed up after that. You know, I really do wish I was a little better at skateboarding because I definitely didn't do this park justice. This is an awesome park. There's nobody here in the morning. It's like 9 something in the morning right now. Nobody's here. Get the whole place to myself. Nice and clean, smooth obstacles, smooth concrete. Good mix of intermediate advanced, but also plenty to do for someone like me, advanced beginner. I will be filming a little bit more here with a couple more clips, but those will be on my shorts. So if you want to see a little more here, check out those. That aside, we're going to be probably wrapping up pretty soon. So after Ocotillo Skate Park, I was really tired. We went back just a little bit to the Airbnb, kind of chilled a bit, you know, ate some food for lunch and whatnot. And then early afternoon, kind of around noontime, we headed out to check out downtown Palm Springs. And that is just about the end of the trip. I ended up not going to the other skate park I did have on my list. I was really still tired from all the walking and from going to Ocotillo Skate Park. You know, honestly, like, even if I did go there, probably wouldn't have been able to do much anyways because of how tired I was. So if I ever go back, I do want to check that one out. But that was about the end of the trip. We headed back to the airport, and I'll quick show a couple clips of this airport again, because this place is sick. We got through security in like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we just got to chill out here at the gates, right by this grassy patch. There were a bunch of little birds that walked by, and literally like till 5 minutes until boarding, we just got to hang out there, do whatever. And then when it's time to go, up the escalator, the gate's right there, headed back to Minnesota. So that was pretty much the trip. I had a really fun time, and I encourage you guys, if you live somewhere in a cold environment like Minnesota, where you can't really skateboard that much outdoors at all, highly recommend you guys go somewhere warm, do a little trip. It was definitely worth it for me. If you liked the video, want to hear more trip recaps and adventures that I do involving skateboarding or whatever, lifestyle, you know, the whole bit, drop a like on the video, let me know in the comments, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next one very soon. Peace.